I kicked my mom and stepfather out after learning that my dad bequeathed this apartment to me. I am 19 years old. I am my mother's first daughter. Dad died when I was 7. When I was 9, Mom brought my stepfather into the house. I gave birth to a son and daughter from him. Then my mother stopped paying attention to me. Stepfather did not offend, in principle normal. Dad left the apartment in which we lived. The apartment is very nice, 5 rooms of 140 m2 in a pre-revolutionary house in the city center. I thought the apartment was left to my mother, but it turns out that Dad bequeathed the apartment to me after reaching the age of 18. I rummaged through the documents, found what I needed, inherited, and a month later became the rightful owner of this housing. My grandparents are well-off people. They are not offended by money, so I was very well pampered all my life, although my mother told me that I should share with my brother and sister, but my grandfather said that it was for me. My grandmother supported me. My mother and stepfather are ordinary hard workers. I was fully supported by my grandparents. As soon as I realized that Dad and his parents worked at the apartments, I thought that somehow it was wrong that Mom brought a left man there, but somehow I didn't dare to kick them out. 2 days ago, my mother and stepfather said to me, "You're an adult, don't you want to ask your grandfather for an apartment of some kind?" That's when I said it all. In general, I kicked them out. My stepfather only has a 1-room apartment. They said, "How dare you? I'm your mother. This is your brother and sister." Then my mom started saying that I did wrong with them all my childhood, went to expensive things, dined in restaurants. I really only now realize that I dined in restaurants almost every day. When I kicked them out, I immediately did a general cleaning to start life with a clean slate. I asked my grandmother why they didn't say anything and didn't take me away from my mother, because I would have taken the apartment later anyway. She replied that in childhood you would not have understood, in adolescence you would have thought too much about it, now you can fully realize the reality. Now all my mom's relatives think I'm ungrateful trash, and I think my mother is like that. You see, she likes someone else's apartment. The neighbor said that this apartment was mine before I was born, so my grandparents said when my mother was pregnant, it would be fine if my mother loved me and treated me normally, so she didn't give me anything in life. My dad's parents provided for me. My grandmother gave me all the love. My grandfather helped me in difficult situations. Why should I treat my mother differently? But the most important thing is that she hid from me the fact that the apartment belongs to me. That is, she simply deceived me.